So on this one here, the first thing we'll want to do is to draw ourselves a picture. When you draw yourself a picture of your angle A, then side A goes opposite of that, and then you'd have one of your adjacent sides, which I chose to put up here. Notice it ends up being a side angle situation again. But just keep in mind that if it happened to be where you're given all three sides, side, 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 or a side, angle, side, or an angle, angle, side. If it was any of these situations here, or even this one here of an angle, side, angle, that's always just one triangle because they prove triangles congruent. So if you ever get any of those situations, you never have to bother with this stuff here, if it's one triangles, two triangles, or whatever. It's only when it's a side-side angle situation that you have to concern yourself with this. So once again, if it's none of this, don't worry about this, you just go on to the next part. But here it is one of those, so we got to consider this. So let's take a look at this one right here. It's the easiest one to do because it doesn't require any calculating. Is the opposite side greater than our adjacent side? Since the opposite side is greater than the adjacent side, we know then it's just one triangle. So if it's one triangle, it's no big deal. We'll just go ahead and work it out. So it's going to be one big triangle like this here, where we need to find the missing parts. The first thing you want to do then is to find B. We would not be able to find C because we don't know angle C and side C, and that would leave two unknowns in our problem. So let's go ahead and find angle B. If we're going to find angle B, I want to put that on top because it saves me a step in solving it. So I got to put it over the side of B. And then I'm going to set it equal to my opposite pair. So I need to take the sine of my angle, since I have sine on top, sine of my 33, over the side opposite of that, which is 15. Now I need to go get the sine of B by itself. So I got to undo the dividing by 10, so I'll multiply both sides by 10. Now I need to finish getting B by itself, so I got to get rid of the sine, and that's your sine inverse. So take the sine inverse of both sides. This is my calculator ready form. Now I need to go ahead and type that into my calculator, and I get the decimal approximation of 21.3 degrees. But now, since I know two of the three angles here, I can easily get my third angle of angle C because all the angles add up to 180. So I'll go 180 minus the two angles I have, and then I get my 125. So this is a 125.7 degrees. Now I can go ahead and find side C since I now know angle C. So let's use law of sines. I'm going to try to find side C. So if I'm going to try to find side C, I'm going to put C on top because that's my unknown over the sine of the angle opposite that. Then I'll have to set that equal to my opposite pair that I started out with. So I got to put my side over the top over the sine of my angle. Now I just need to go ahead and get C by itself. So I got to undo dividing by the sine of 125.7 degrees. So multiply both sides by that. Then I get my calculator ready form. Then all I have to do is type it in to get my decimal approximation.